How do you even tee up a comedy like this? The comedy gold that the Daily Wire Plus is going to be putting out. They've released a trailer for a new gut-busting movie. Just an absolute knee slapper. I'm probably not going to watch the actual movie because why would I pay for it? But there's a trailer, and we're going to try to enjoy as much of this movie as we can without actually having watched the movie. It's called Lady Ballers. Lady Ballers. And I'll give you $10 if you can guess what it's about. They're obsessed with trans women in sports. They're gonna make a whole, yeah, it's about orchiectomies. Yeah, let's keep that dream alive. Just keep that hope alive. In a world where women's sports is being transformed, the Daily Wire calls foul with the most triggering comedy of the year. Oh, good grief. All right, let's roll. Let's do it.
In a world
literally.
where women's sports is being
I didn't listen to the audio earlier, and I didn't know that he was actually gonna do it. In a world. Like, oh no. All right, hold on. So before we go too much further, I just want to say, hit the like button if you're enjoying the content. Consider subscribing and hitting the bell and maybe clicking all notifications to get notifications for the channel. Also consider checking out my brand new merch store, which just launched. There's going to be a link down in the description. And you can also check out my Patreon, where there are some promo deals for patrons if you want to maybe get a deal on some of your merchandise. So thank you very much for watching the content. Hope you continue to enjoy. All right, hold on.
transformed. The Daily Wire calls foul
Oh, he's just
with
repeating.
the most triggering
Yeah.
comedy of the year.
He's saying what I just said. I got it. Wow. Just the inhuman expression on the face of this person who's supposed to be, I guess, I don't know, is it supposed to be a trans woman, or is the whole conceit is that these are knowingly cis men going into women's sports? I think that's the conceit, right? Anyway.
Guys, this is
Amazing.
serious. Sports can be your pathway to a better life.
Well, like yours?
Please don't steal my catalytic converter again. Winning matters. It's the key ingredient.
Oh, that's kind of, please don't steal my catalytic converter again. It's like, okay, that was an interesting joke. Oh, is this the Matt Walsh moment? This is it, it's happening.
Converter again. Winning matters. It's the key ingredient in becoming a winner.
Maybe you should try it sometime.
Oh no, that wasn't it. I don't know where Matt Walsh is in this. I'm looking out for him. So this is he's a has-been coach. Oh, look at this lady. I didn't even notice her before. She's got stop trans genocide, trans flag, love is love. How many trans flags do you need? Usually you really only need like one. You might have like one trans flag and one lesbian flag or something.
Are you gonna move?
I am not.
Okay, so I just tased him for no reason.
Let's cut to the chase. I know you're not a woman.
Hey, you don't know how he identifies.
If you can beat them,
What do you know
I
about
think that he just used the male pronouns too. Like, you don't know how he identifies. So, yes, the whole thing is that they're using this conceit to win at the sports. This movie is basically just The Ringer, but transphobia instead of ableism. Right, isn't The Ringer about, like, people pretending to be disabled in order to win at a disabled competition? I haven't actually seen The Ringer. It's a ripoff of the Johnny Knoxville movie where he pretends to be special and needs to compete in the Special Olympics. Okay, just, they can't tell an original story to save their lives. And you already knew that. You already knew that they can't tell an original story to save their lives.
the U.S. Opens for the Global Games?
Shot put.
You want us to compete as women. $5,000.
I think the thing that is annoying to me most about this particular scene right here is that this dude doesn't even use proper form. Like, you can at least use proper form when you're doing your shot put instead of just wildly throwing it. I mean, it's because it's obviously this is like a rubber ball and not the big fucking iron ball that you actually have to throw in shot put. Hi, I did track and field when I was in middle school. Shot put is a big heavy fucking iron ball, and you're supposed to throw it in a specific manner, like from the shoulder. So yeah, winging it around would rip your fucking arm out of your shoulder socket. Whipping it around like this in this movie, it bothers me more than it probably should. This is what happens when butthurt conservatives who couldn't make it in Hollywood get funded by oil billionaires to own the libs. Truly, these movies, they rented a really nice camera. If you look at the shots in this trailer, they rented a very nice camera. Or several, I guess, in order to shoot this movie, and it's pretty well edited. as far as the color grading and everything goes. Like, it looks like a Mean Girls level movie. Like, it's just a movie. And, like, they're not going to earn that much money back on it. It's like, are they just doing this as, like, a tax write-off? Like, when the movie inevitably fails, are they just going to write it off somehow? I don't know. This movie lacks the conflict of self that The Ringer had, and The Ringer sucked anyway, true. Ben Shapiro is a failed screenwriter. Michael Knowles and Brett Cooper are failed actors. Matt Walsh is a failed radio host. They're trying to throw something together.
Compete as women. $5,000 prizes.
My lover says you were a great coach.
Oh, there's Matt Walsh. There he is. Oh, come on. Navigating frame by frame. There's Matt Walsh. Is Matt is he dressed? I don't know. It's hard for me to tell. Is he supposed to be dressed as like a hippie man with this long hair wig, or is he supposed to be trans? Like, are people saying that this is him playing a trans character?
My lover says you were a great coach back in the day.
My lover says you were a great coach back in the day. Is that the only line we get from him in this? Wearing a mala, so supposed to be Buddhist. Yeah, I get more the impression that his character in this is supposed to be like a hippy dippy guy rather than a trans character. But I don't know, we'll see. Like, it's oddly very cis to have like 9 trans flags. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Join them.
This is the way the world is now. My 8-year-old daughter told me all about it. So a guy can become a girl with no physical changes at all.
Oh, that's called gender fluid.
So I can be a woman on the court and a man in the bedroom. I can't believe it. Nice!
You mean when you're sleeping?
Yes. Coach?
Alex.
Like, way to take it the weirdest direction possible. They always take things the weirdest direction possible. He doesn't want to see himself barefaced in a wig. Yeah, well, I thought that maybe the joke might be that he won't shave the beard, and that like, okay, well, if you trans people are saying that trans women can have beards now, then that's what I'm gonna do, is be a trans woman with a beard, doing a racism on top of the transphobia. It's never only one thing. But what was the racist thing I missed? Oh, the Buddhist thing, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
That's right. I'm with her.
Hashtag I'm with her. Is that what he said? Okay. Good stuff. Very good. Enjoying the footage of women getting beat up. Yes, this is an accurate representation of what really happens in real life. They have definitely not invented a problem to be mad at.
Day one of being a girl athlete?
I knew that was going to be making fun of Dylan, and I didn't even listen to the sound earlier. When I was just watching this to kind of I was like, what's going to happen in this thing? And like without sound on Twitter. And I knew that this little thing right here, just by the setup and the lighting and the way that this person acts in the movement, I knew that this was going to be ripping on Dylan Mulvaney. And he said, like, day one of being a girl athlete, like absolutely ripping on Dylan Mulvaney directly.
Athlete? I love being a girl.
Two sheroes.
We could dominate every woman's sport. Running, swimming, soccer. I said sport, Felix!
Okay.
It's ladies basketball, boys. Nobody watches.
So the main comedy of this movie, there is like some dialogue related comedy, but a lot of it's going to be like, isn't it so funny that these guys are like obviously going to be beating up women if they participate in contact sports? They're still mad at Hillary Clinton with that I'm with her. This is clearly designed for terminally online divorced boomers. I mean, that's who it's made by. So I don't think that they have the capacity to imagine other types of people. So obviously they're only making content for themselves. Like, they're like, this is the only correct way to be a person. International Women's Day, the power of she.
Are these
Hey,
seats
Ted
open?
Cruz. Is that Riley Gaines?
Never mind.
Getting dunks. And tucking
Okay.
trunks.
No, she didn't.
Okay, so these other... Again, it is always super weirdly racialized. So they're called the Lady Ballers, and they are men who joined in order to beat all the women. But then this team of apparently mostly black men who are called the Cowgirls have joined, and they're gonna be better at the sport because they're black dudes. We love to see a racism at the same time as our transphobia. It's great.
That's the biggest.
That was Michael Knowles. Was that Riley Gaines? Hold on. I don't know who this guy is. I know that he's prominent for some reason. But this right here is Michael Knowles wearing a very racially Native American ceremonial outfit with a mustache. And I don't remember who this is. Is this Riley Gaines? I can't remember. I don't know who this is, but she's wearing twists that are meant to look like cornrow twists. I guess she's supposed to look sort of like she's wearing African regalia or something. I'm not totally sure. Femme Shapiro. Is she Cleopatra? I am not 100% certain what she's going for. It does look African though. So this is Brett Cooper. I don't know who Brett Cooper is. Who's Brett Cooper? He's probably another guy that I don't care about.
I've ever seen on a lady.
I don't care.
Lady Ballers.
Okay, you got Ben Shapiro in there for a second.
One can even be trans age now, which provides Sheelix with a wonderful opportunity to relive all the experiences that she missed out on in school.
Good stuff. Yeah, very funny, guys. Very, very funny. Brett Cooper. Oh, Brett Cooper is the Femme Shapiro. Got it. Okay, I don't know who people are. I knew some of them, but I didn't know all of them. So yeah, that movie is going to be very funny. And I'm sure that a lot of people are going to watch it. Like, so many people are going to watch it. It was definitely worth it for you to rent all those really high quality cameras. It's really funny for a woman with a guy's name to be transphobic. I know. I've literally, who's Brett? Who's Brett? That's always a man. Why are you Brett Cooper? That's a boy's name. I'm very excited for them to make so much money on that movie. It's going to be great. The irony is that someone like Brittany Griner would absolutely demolish them. Oh yeah, she's the one who was arrested in Russia for the long time. So yeah, it's really funny to me. They can't just be transphobic. They always have to be racist at the same time. I'm fine with the Daily Wire wasting their oil money on this movie because there's no shot they're going to recoup the loss of it. True. The worst part of this is also their absolute contempt for cis women. They try to claim that they're defenseless against anyone who isn't another cis woman. Yeah, like, again, that, like, shot put scene, I do think that they specifically told the girls to, like, make their shot put look weaker and, like, not do it. You know, it needs to look feeble compared to this dominating man. And, like, you know, that's the other thing is they pulled the trans age thing right at the end, but even earlier in the thing, they were obviously an adult man playing versus like a high school team of shot putters. I feel so bad for the women who agree to be in those kind of movies. It's like, you're being so dramatically undervalued right now. Merry holidays and Happy New Year to my patrons and potential future patrons. Today, I would love to thank Tiago Nascimento, Mersh Rolvag, Amanda B., Michelle Frateroli, Wellington Marcus, Michelle Winter, Danielle McDonald, DZXN, Suzanne Maynard, Spooky Heather Sylvia, Past Null Infinity, Jamie Jam, Nova, Elizabeth Bartell, Sojo, Sarah A., Kevin Young, Athiet, Celeste, Desi Quiche, Liam Hodgson, and Mr. Atheist.